All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about more details that I have noticed from the Newswire, the teaser trailer, things that the DJs or the music artists have actually tweeted out, and so much more as it relates to the Nightclub DLC. So with out of the way, let's not waste any more time, and let's get it started. All right, the first thing that I noticed, and this is pretty interesting, this is on Rockstar's Coming Soon to Los Santos Newswire article. They said world-class talents have announced their upcoming residencies in Los Santos, and fans will soon be packing out clubs and warehouses. So to me, this indicates that Rockstar are not only going to be utilizing the traditional nightclubs we have in the game, like Bahama Mamas, Tequila La, The Vault, and more, but also having us in like warehouse-style nightclubs, which to be very honest with you is kind of what I saw in the trailer. The trailer didn't look like it took place in a traditional nightclub setting. It looked like it took place in a massive warehouse, which is kind of cool. I hope Rockstar utilized both, and according to the Newswire, it looks like they will. Another thing from that same Newswire post is this sentence right here. Management is honest work, a tidy way to keep your income from your more seedy ventures with distribution logistics, the open road, SecuroServe, and free trade company looking clean as fresh laundry. So the first thing I noticed from that is that management is capitalized. Typically when things are capitalized, we're looking at something very specific, proper noun, and I think that's going to be the official name for the nightclub business. It's going to be called management. Now, another thing that they mentioned is management is honest work. So is this work going to be without police officers? Is this the sort of work where we won't show up on the radar of other people? I think that's pretty interesting how they called it honest work. Will this be the first truly passive business we have in the game? That you literally just make money for doing the right thing. Now, another thing you guys pointed out, this is definitely the consolidation update. Distribution logistics, that's the bunker business. The open road, that's the biker business. SecuroServe, that's the import-export business and the CEO crates. And free trade shipping company, that's the smugglers run air freight cargo. And then they finally say looking clean as fresh laundry. That is a total hint that we are going to be doing money laundering for our other businesses. But again, interesting to note that management was capitalized. We're going to be talking about something else that's capitalized a little bit later. Moving on, in case you guys are wondering, the trailer song that played, that's actually called Metro Area by MrBossFTW, or however you pronounce the name. I'm not really too sure. But what I also think this indicates is there's going to be more than just the music from the four main artists that Rockstar featured. Solomon, Tale of Us, Sticks, and the Black Madonna. That trailer song is likely going to be on the new radio station and in the game. So if you enjoyed it, well, expect similar type of music to be added as well. Another thing to note as well, in the trailer, you guys saw all four of the DJ groups actually rendered in game. Solomon, Tale of Us, Sticks, and the Black Madonna. Now, what's interesting is they all had unique haircuts and beards as well as clothing. Now, I'm not sure if this clothing, beards, and haircuts will become available to us or if they are going to be exclusive to the DJ NPCs. This would not be the first time Rockstar made clothing items and haircuts exclusive to NPCs and did not give them to us, the player. That's just something to note. Another thing I noticed, the hat that the Tale of Us was wearing had some weird symbol. It was like an upside down Tesla logo. If you guys know what that means, let me know in the comments down below. I was trying to figure it out. Maybe it gives us some sort of hint or clue at the, maybe one of the brands we see in game, or maybe one of the radio station names, etc. So let me know in the comments down below. Moving on, we actually get a tweet from the Black Madonna, one of the DJs featured. She said this: I'm getting a lot of questions about entering the Grand Theft Auto universe, and I wish I could tell you everything, but you've just got to wait and play the game to find out what happens. All I can say is this has been the most fun ever, and you're gonna love it. So a really interesting tweet right there. It almost sort of sounds like we're going on an adventure with those four DJs, but that's pretty cool. Obviously, she is under strict NDA, which means she can't talk about it. And hopefully that means we just hear some more information from Rockstar soon. Either way, really cool stuff to hear from her. She's obviously going to be a prominent part of this DLC. Another thing I noticed in the trailer, and also this trailer now is in 1080p. The one I was using in my videos for yesterday's video was ripped from Instagram. This one is much higher quality. And because of that, we can notice a couple more interesting things. Number one, it definitely looks like it is Gay Tony, like it clearly looks like him. Number two, he's holding something. I don't know what that is. It looks like a drink. And he's also leaning on the rail. I wonder if we're going to be able to utilize that same feature. We can lean on rails on yachts. I wonder about in nightclubs. And that platform he's on also seems to be with a couple of other Grand Theft Auto Online characters. I spot 5 other people up there. So it looks like we're going to be able to dance and hang out with Gay Tony, which sounds and looks awesome. Another thing I noticed in the trailer, thanks to the higher definition version, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to name our nightclubs just like we're going to be able to name our offices and our yachts. So this raises 2 questions. Number one, if we can name our nightclubs, what are you going to call them? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Are you going to name it something from pop culture like the Babylon Club or the Malibu Club? Or are you going to come up with your own unique name? But also, number 2, if we look very, very closely, it's kind of hard to see what the sign says, but the very top word says Tony's, Tony''S, and then it gets way too blurry and bright underneath to see anything else. But that is the signage on the side of this club. So not only do I think that confirms we're going to be able to name our nightclubs, but I also think that is a direct hint to who we see next, Tony Prince hanging out in the rafters. So I'm pretty sure that's a confirmation of those 2 things. Again, that's something else I noticed because of the HD version of the trailer. I'm not sure if this was also an Easter egg by Rockstar, but one of the characters dancing on the nightclub stand with Tony, the guy on the far right has a Liberty City shirt on, LC. I'm pretty sure that's a direct reference, as that's when we first saw Tony Prince in Liberty City in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Moving on, I want to talk about the cars that Rockstar teased the other day. Let's start with the Ocelot Swinger. Something I didn't know about this car is it was actually featured in 2 Grand Theft Auto games, Grand Theft Auto London 1969 and Grand Theft Auto London 1961. In that game, it was called the Jug Swinger or Jugular Swinger, and it's a 2-door sports car. And it is the Jaguar E-Type, and it was also based on the Shaguar car from Austin Powers, which reflects the Swinger name, and it has the Union Jack livery on there. So that's pretty awesome, and that's something I didn't know about. We're going to be getting the online equivalent of the Ocelot Swinger very, very soon. So pretty cool stuff right there. Moving on to the next vehicle, that's the MTL Pounder Custom. This might not be an armored or a weaponized version of this car. Instead, it might be like a party version of this car. So there's a traditional Japanese truck called a Deco Tora, which is kind of like a Maibatsu mule. This one might be a little bit of a bigger version, but it's decorated in like neon lights and signs. And this might sort of go with the nightclub vibe instead of a armored or weaponized one. I mean, I'll show you guys some photos on the screen right now of what that might look like. Honestly, that would be pretty cool. And I think that would fit the nightclub vibe a little bit more. Maybe we'd be transporting VIPs in there instead of illicit cargo. Some more details from the guest list Newswire, which, by the way, you guys need to sign in order to sign up for the guest list. I actually think it kind of gives away the release date of this DLC. So they specifically state that our guest list rewards will be automatically given to us by July 3rd through July 9th. But they specifically state the money will be deposited in May's bank accounts no later than July 9th. Rockstar was very specific about that. We know that July 10th is a Tuesday, so I'm really thinking that the release date of this is going to be July 10th with a slight possibility of July 17th. I feel like at this point in time, those are the only 2 dates that would make sense, because Rockstar have also confirmed that once the update comes out, there's going to be more rewards for logging in. And they specifically mentioned the month of July. So I don't think it's going to happen on the 24th, which is another Tuesday, and I don't think it's going to happen on the 31st. So at this point, I think the 10th is the most likely release date, with the 17th also being a potential player as to when this DLC could be added, based off of what Rockstar has mentioned on the guest list Newswire post. And finally, last but not least today, this information comes from the Newswire that Rockstar posted today, which just talks about the event week that's going on. One thing Rockstar did is they capitalized nightclubs. Now, on its own, nightclubs is not a proper noun. They said, for the anticipation of nightclubs coming to Los Santos. Again, Nightclubs is not a proper noun. The Bahama Mamas is a proper noun, but Nightclubs is not. To me, I think this is the giveaway name of the update. I think it's going to be called Grand Theft Auto Online Nightclubs. Short, sweet, simple, and to the point, which is great because, God, Southern San Andreas Super Sports Series Spectacular, that is just a mouthful. No one wants to say that. So I really do think this update is going to be called Grand Theft Auto Online Nightclubs, indicated by the fact they keep capitalizing nightclubs on the Newswire post. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Some new details surrounding the Nightclub DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. Again, let me know what you're going to call your nightclub in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.